It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and we've got the latest chapter of a historic rivalry. It's the Bears and the Packers on Monday night.
We're at the oldest continually operating stadium in the NFL as you get a look inside Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Tonight, we'll have the final two games of this kickoff weekend, and we begin with a great one here between the Chicago Bears and the Green Bay Packers. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, a new season finally here. We had the great one Thursday night, all sorts of intrigue in the games yesterday, and now we put a bow on this first weekend with a good one here tonight.
We do put a spotlight on key games, don't we? Even key nights. Thursday night has become a spotlight night. How about Sunday night? But there still is some magic to playing on Monday night, and these two teams are feeling it.
Two NFL teams have played more often than the Bears and Packers, and we're underway from Lambeau. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. Time to see the offense for Green Bay go to work. Aaron Rodgers leading them. What a career it's been. Came into the league back in 2005 as the number 24 pick out of Cal.
I remember watching him in college and seeing a guy that you knew had great potential, but I don't know that anyone knew that we would see how he would blossom as an NFL player who will go down as one of the all-time great quarterbacks. Can make every throw from every angle with terrific mobility, and he knows how to win games, always in contention for a championship.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football.
Wow, just one snap in, partner, and you can punch this game has already changed because for the defensive side, they just handed their offense a short field and a big early advantage. And even though it's only the first snap of the game, we're going to look back on this one and see if it has lasting effects as this game moves on.
So now here are the Bears with excellent field position to start off. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
And what he's thinking about right now is first down, let's find a way to make a big play. Because when you get a sudden change situation and that defense has to rush onto the field unexpectedly, you might catch them having a defensive breakdown or not quite prepared.
And it was really sudden after the first play picked off. Fields. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
They started this drive backed up against the wall by the turnover. But I love their fight. Planted their feet and forced the incompletion on first down.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Play action. It's Fields. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused.
Must have.
It had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
Montgomery will score. Touchdown, Chicago.
He had the option to hand the football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was. And when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And we will not see a run back here from Harris. The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave them with a second and just a few inches left. Here's Rodgers to throw. The throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
I know I spend a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 42. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
Now we'll get a timeout as they tend to an injured player, and looks like that's their receiver, Christian Watson. Well, just the last thing you want to see here in the first quarter of a new season. Hopefully nothing serious. We'll step aside for a moment. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. To throw is Rodgers. Throw left side, got to be taken in by Harris. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Javon Hargrave. He's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. 3rd and long, you knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket. Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Off the option, here's Montgomery. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with third down looming. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you should have a few men in the box there.
So he stopped for no gain, and that'll make it second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10. Going up the gut, Montgomery. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
Quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. Back to throw, Fields. Got his target, Samuel. And he will have the Bears first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Fields going to get that out wide to Mooney. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
Ineligible receiver downfield.
Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. Following the penalty, Montgomery. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop. On 2nd and 11 now. Fields. He completes it to Julio Jones. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route, the drag, and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And they'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage. And Fields going to have the first down before sliding to a halt to avoid the contact. Here's Fields. Caught by Jones. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. Well, fingers crossed here. First quarter of a new season, already an injury. And while they attend to him, we'll step aside. To throw again on 2nd down. Fields. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. A shotgun snap. Fields completes it to Samuel. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 25-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains. Now it's Fields off the bootleg. Rolling to his right. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. To the air again, Fields. Forced out to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
They've got up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On 3rd down, they go Montgomery. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Santos' kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further. So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they've moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
After the made field goal, Santos back out there to kick it away. No return there for Harris, and the drive will begin at the 25. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing now is Rodgers. He's got Tunyon complete over the middle. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
I got kicked out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
So just 3 yards on the completion there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense. And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. They'll go again to Jones. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
And he'll get down to about the 26-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Rodgers' throw complete here on target to Tunyon. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Being chased out left. And he'll just get rid of it.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late. They're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's Rodgers. Open man is Jacoby Myers. He's got it. And it's a Packers touchdown. Jacoby Myers, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers are back within a score. Zerline good with a PAT. That'll cut it to 3 and 10, 7. Zerline goes 75 yards, 10 plays. And it was all capped off by Jacoby Myers on the touchdown reception. Taking it about the 1. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. On 2nd and 7, Fields. That ball nearly intercepted. The rookie had his hands on it, but couldn't pull it in.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And it'll be Packer football here, 1st down and 10. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
He has it complete to Christian Watson. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Now it's Rodgers. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and it's going to be a 1st down. Well done. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
In man coverage, your #1 cardinal rule, don't get beat deep. And that's why the comeback route is so effective, because that's how they're selling it, Brandon. Taking you all the way upfield before breaking it back down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Rodgers going to throw. Completes it again to Dobbs. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. throwing again on second down. Rodgers. And he's going to get this down near the 25. Rodgers again now. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes. That's going to be a first down. Well done. 19 yards that time for number 19. Rodgers now to throw. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Now Rodgers. This one swung out here to Jones. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Now give them a dozen on the pitch and catch, but now they're up against a 3rd and goal. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's got Watson. It's caught. Touchdown, Packers. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Packers have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Zerline connects on the extra point. The lead is now 14-10. A good drive on time as they go 9 plays in all. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. Takes it at the 7. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Well, the Bears offense set to go to begin the third quarter. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here's Fields. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up 4th. Santos' kick is up and through, and the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13.
So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
Here's the Packers offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson, and they will score. It's 6 for the Bears touchdown. So this whole game gets flipped on its ear right there. The interception, return for a touchdown, and this lead changes hands here in the third quarter.
And it certainly felt like this defense had a read on what was going on the offensive side of the ball and said, let's cut down on coverage a little bit. Let's be in a position to make a throw on the ball. And, boy, that sure turned out well for them.
A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And we will not see a run back here from Harris.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. From midfield, here's Rodgers.
A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line.
And that could turn out to be a giant play, Charles. You've got an offense driving to take the lead, but they're turned away on the INT.
And I think that we might look back on this in the fourth quarter and say, that was the play of the game.
On 1st down, it's Fields.
And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On 2nd down, Montgomery.
43 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. This one swung out to Montgomery. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second.
They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends are like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
from the 16. Fields. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
I see the surprisingly face there, Carter. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Play action. It's Fields. He'll buy some time right. He hits Mooney going across the middle. And he's brought down. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Darnell Mooney. Fine work there on the touchdown run. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Santos with the extra point, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. No return there for Harris, and the drive will begin at the 25. The Packers offense now. They get ready to head back onto the field. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. Well, he's had the interception woes in this one, Charles, and that time a little bold to throw it into double coverage, but he beat the double coverage.
Yeah, but I admire that he still will challenge defenders downfield, even though the ball's been in jeopardy a few times in this game. A nice ball there against multiple defenders, and they advance it downfield.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. Back now at Lambeau. It's the Packers who have the football, but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4. To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers over the middle here. It's hauled in by Watson. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 44-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Now Rodgers. And his throw here's incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield of man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
Now Rodgers. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And the Bears are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. But here in the 4th quarter, defensively, you know that you're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and say, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams go into the prevent early, way too early, and sometimes they get too soft in their coverages, but not in this case. They understood the situation and played it with the proper aggression.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
On 2nd and 10, Fields toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Fields throw there, complete to Mooney. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Now Montgomery running right. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 49 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now Fields. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack.
Some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long.
Delay of game, offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Still 3rd down.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Back to throw. Fields under pressure, and they got to him again. Dean Lowry. He's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. Santos' kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further. So an important one there as they widen their lead in this 4th quarter.
All right, partner, help me out with the math here. Make sure I am on point, because the way I see it, the other guys still need 2 touchdowns, but in addition, a 2-point conversion. So this is all about them playing perfect football from here on out.
And we will not see a run back here from Harris. Green Bay's offense ready to go again. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And the defense closes quickly there. They'll get maybe a yard to the 33. The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is, he takes care of the ball well for them, so they keep handing it to him.
The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Now a 1st down carry by... give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From just shy of midfield, Rodgers. That's complete into the hands of Myers. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. To throw is Rodgers. Got a man. It's Tunyon. And he's going to have the Packers first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Rodgers. Open man is Myers. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And Watson has it right side. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Rodgers finding Watson for the Packer first. Here's Rodgers to throw. And complete once again to Watson. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Throwing again on 2nd down. Rodgers nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing to, having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway?
And not wanting to take a shot out of the pocket, he tucks it and goes down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll go to Montgomery to try to... And he lost the football. But the Bears look to get this one back, and indeed they did. So they'll keep possession. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. A give to Montgomery out of the gun. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. And oh, deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football.
And that's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw there complete to Myers. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
1st down now, but that clock rolling. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Watson making the catch. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Throwing is Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. They tried to throw on 2nd down. Unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. To throw, it's Rodgers. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Now Rodgers got to have this one. Eluding the pressure right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.
Well, partner, that'll do it. You know, these week one primetime games, they always seem to have a little bit more electricity, a little more anticipation.